We've been following Jimmy McGill for a while now. He's the guy who tries, sometimes too hard, to be the person everyone wants him to be. But in this episode, we're going back in time. We see a different version of Jimmy, a mailroom guy in the basement of HHM, wearing a suit that's a little too big, dreaming of the day he can finally put his law degree from the University of American Samoa to use. This isn't just an episode about a legal case. It's an episode about what happens when you finally get what you've been chasing, only to realize the game might be rigged against you. But for now, we see something rare. Jimmy McGill, with a genuine case, a brilliant partner, and a chance to do the right thing. Jimmy is doing his standard elder law work, mostly wills and basic legal filings. He's at Sandpiper Crossing, a retirement home. He's just doing his job, sitting with a client, helping her sort out her estate. But Jimmy is observant. He notices something off. It starts with an invoice. The residents are being billed for services that don't quite add up. It's small at first, pennies on the dollar. But Jimmy, the guy who used to run cons, knows when someone is being fleeced. He starts digging. He's not doing it for the money at this point. He's doing it because he sees these people being taken advantage of. He asks questions. The staff gets defensive. They have a policy against legal solicitation. They try to throw him out. That's when the light bulb goes off. Why are they so desperate to keep him away from the residents? Jimmy knows he's hit a vein. This is the heart of the episode. Chuck has been living in darkness, incapacitated by his supposed electromagnetic hypersensitivity. He's disconnected from the world, the law, and his firm. Jimmy brings the paperwork to the house. He lays it out. At first, Chuck is skeptical, analytical, the lawyer he's always been. But as Jimmy walks him through the documents, something changes in Chuck's eyes. He sees the brilliance of the case. He realizes this isn't just a billing error. It's systemic fraud. For the first time in a long time, Chuck doesn't look like a hermit. He looks like a lawyer again. They start working together. Jimmy is the legs, the guy on the ground, and Chuck is the brain, the master of legal strategy. They are a team, and for a moment, it feels like the old days. Jimmy goes back to Sandpiper, but he's blocked at the front desk. He's being escorted out. He hears the sound of a paper shredder. He knows that sound. That's evidence. In a moment of classic desperation, he finds a way to get the evidence. He ends up in the dumpster, searching through the trash. It's disgusting. It's humiliating. But Jimmy doesn't care. He's relentless. He pulls out bags of shredded documents. He takes them back to Chuck's house. This is one of the most meticulous scenes in the show. They aren't just looking for clues. They are literally piecing together strips of paper, tape by tape, late into the night. When they find the smoking gun, the invoice that proves Sandpiper is operating across state lines, it changes everything. Chuck realizes it's not just fraud. It's a RICO case, a Racketeer-Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act lawsuit. This is the big leagues. The attorneys from Sandpiper arrive. They're corporate, polished, and arrogant. They underestimate Jimmy. They definitely underestimate Chuck. Chuck steps out of his comfort zone. He's in a suit. He's at the table. He speaks with the authority of the senior partner he used to be. When the opposing counsel tries to lowball them with a small settlement, Chuck shuts them down with surgical precision. He lays out the RICO argument. He shows them they have the evidence, the witnesses, and the legal weight to crush them. Jimmy watches, amazed. He sees his brother, the man who used to look down on him, now fighting alongside him. The Sandpiper lawyers are stunned. They have to leave to consult their board. Jimmy and Chuck have won the first round. They are celebrating. They are energized. They are a powerhouse duo. Chuck is high on the adrenaline of the law, the one thing he thought he had lost forever. Jimmy goes to his car, feeling invincible. He's finally legit. He's not the scammer. He's the hero. He's got the case, the partner, and the approval of his brother. But as we watch them stand there, we know that in this world, nothing comes without a cost. The victory is sweet, but the shadow of what happens next, the tension between Howard, Chuck, and Jimmy, is beginning to creep in. He thought he was saving his clients and winning his brother's respect. And he did. But as the credits roll, we're left wondering, can Jimmy ever truly escape his past? Or is the Better Call Saul transformation inevitable, no matter how hard he tries to be the good McGill? Thanks for watching this recap of Better Call Saul, Season 1, Episode 8. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more recaps. Let us know in the comments. Do you think Chuck was proud of Jimmy, or was he just jealous of the case? See you in the next one.